Assalamualaikum mbokk yi ginnaaw bu ma sante yàlla julli ci yonent bi di jaajëfal ku nekk ci turam ak santam di leen nuyuwaat nag ci Gambian Talents Promotion Gambian Talents TV saa su ne nag dañuy am mbégte lépp loo xam ne am na ci Gambia lépp loo xam ne xew na ci Gambia ñun Gambian Talents dinañ leen ko indil tey nag suba su teel toog rek jot ab call boo xam ne nag daf ñu ne li nga xam ne nag mooy Banjul Breweries mi nga xam ne foofu la ñuy jëndee suñu ay drink ñi nga xam ne yàgg nañ fi lool soo ne Gambia soo ne drink xam nga ñii ñuy liggéey bu rafet tey nag gars yi seen i ay staff dañ bëgg a joxe message ku président Adama Barrow yow la staff yi Banjul Breweries di waxal su ko defee nga déglu gars yi ak xel bañ leen a dégloo xol su ko defee lépp loo xam ne gars yi naxari na leen dinañ ko wax ay staff yoo xam ne moo doon 200 staff ñu ngi fi tey nag ñoom ñu bëree bëri ñu ngi war a ñàkk seen i liggéey ñu lay ñaax di ñaax képp koo xam ne rek dégg na lii ngeen tasaare ko su ko defee ñëpp jot si bu boobaa nag ñu bàyyi ki nga xam ne mooy.
My name is Alhaji Cissé. Good morning to you all. My person is we had a problem here with this tax, high tax, sales tax affecting Brewery at this moment now. We are appealing to the government to use this tax because it's affecting us directly. Because of like the sales tax is giving problem because of the sales it's getting low and low and low. And we are afraid they may lay off some people which they have already done it. They have already laid off 18 people who are already gone home, which we feel that is affecting Gambia, particularly the Banjul Breweries. Secondly, is sending most of the investors home because of high tax. Banjul Breweries is experiencing more than 40 years without default of tax. So why now, if this tax is coming, we are delaying of the people of Gambian citizens, which is affecting the whole Gambia. But if Banjul Breweries is closed, it will affect the whole Gambia because of the tax they are paying to the government to stop. 3, it will affect the government too because of the high rate of unemployment people in the Gambia. For that being the case, we are appealing to the government to reduce this tax. Secondly, we are appealing to the management that let them hold on for the reducing the staff. Because of still now we are negotiating with the government and the parliamentarians are helping us to negotiate with the government so that they can reduce the tax. But this tax business is giving problem to people mentally, socially, economically. Because almost every day I had a call from somebody, a staff or a citizen in the Gambia who are calling me, how is your situation, how is your situation? That only is a mental torturing of Banjul staff. So please, we are appealing the whole Gambia, especially the government officers, to consider our complaint. I think it's very important for us to see how far we can go with this better Gambia for all.
Better Gambia for all moom la wax mu nekk loo xam ne lu am solo la jamono ji nag 18 staff daa xam ne leen lan moo ko waral mooy tax bi nga xam ne nguuri Gambia dañ ko jël jox ko ñi nga xam ne nag ñooy Banjul Breweries comme ni ma ko waxee rek saa su ne wax na lu am solo mu ne 40 years gaa yaa ngi in existence maanaam 40 years ñu ngi def seeni liggéey si biir Gambia kon nag jamono ji suñu waree génnee yeneen staff dina métti ku gaa yi ñii ay yaay leen ñii ay papa ñii ay yumpaañ amee seeni kër war a defar li nga xam ne nag mooy seen kër te dañ dee wax nag ne nit su nekkutee si dara maanaam amul liggéey dina ko indi si sàcca dina ko indi si leneen ak leneen bu boobaa nag ñu doxantu tuuti laajte staff yi Banjul Breweries lan la ñu mën a wax si li nga xam ne moo xew maanaam taxe bi nga xam ne dañ koy yokk si seen i kaw kon nag lii du suñu waxi askan bi la du ñun ñoo ko indi waaye ñoom ñoo ko indi ñu tegal leen ko si table bi xëy na nga def noo ci daal.
My name is Peter Nandi.
All right.
I'm the accountant of Banjul Breweries.
All right, Peter, what can you tell us?
Yeah, with the current increment of the excise tax from 10.
Gambia for all moom la wax mu nekk loo xam ne lu am solo la jamono ji nag 18 staff daa xam ne leen lan moo ko waral mooy tax bi nga xam ne nguuri Gambia dañ ko jël jox ko ñi nga xam ne nag ñooy Banjul Breweries comme ni ma ko waxee rek saa su ne wax na lu am solo mi ne 40 years gaa yaa ngi in existence maanaam 40 years ñu ngi def seeni liggéey si biir Gambia kon nag jamono ji suñu waree génnee yeneen staff dina métti ku gaa yi ñii ay yaay leen ñii ay papa ñii ay yumpaañ amee seeni kër war a defar li nga xam ne nag mooy seen kër te dañ dee wax nag ne nit su nekkutee si dara maanaam amul liggéey dina ko indi si sàcca dina ko indi si leneen ak leneen bu boobaa nag ñu doxantu tuuti laajte staff yi Banjul Breweries lan la ñu mën a wax si li nga xam ne moo xew maanaam taxe bi nga xam ne dañ koy yokk si seeni kaw kon nag lii du suñu waxi askan bi la du ñun ñoo ko indi waaye ñoom ñëpp.
My name is Peter Mendy.
All right.
I'm the accountant of Banjul Breweries.
All right, Peter, what can you tell us?
Yeah, with the current increment of the excise tax from 10% to 75% is seriously unsupportive because that's not the only tax we pay. The direct taxes we paid onto the product, we pay corporation tax 1%, we pay VAT 15%, and we pay this excise tax now 75%. Summing everything together is 91%. Now out of 91, the company is only battling with 9%. And out of the 9%, we have fringe benefit tax, which is also a heavy tax payment, and withholding tax. At the end of the day, the owners of the company will have nothing. If we continue in this straight line, we cannot even pay salaries. Now the company has already moved ahead to reduce staff, and it will go on and up to closure. Currently, as you see us standing here, we're singing the closure and the death of the Banjul Breweries. And one, the effects that it could lead, if those who are financially sound or economically sound will know the repercussions it's going to bring. It's going to tear the economy of the Gambia apart. Because currently, we produce and we have distributors and we have the end sellers. Those are the bars and the restaurants, including the hotel industry. And we all know what the hotel industry have been doing to the Gambia economy. Now, such a lonely company like Banjul Breweries, and you are, instead of supporting it, in order for it to grow from strength to strength, you're trying to damage it. It's seriously unsupportive. We all know that Gambia is a tax-based economy, but tax-based, it should be implemented in a way that doesn't affect other stakeholders. You understand? We as employees, we are now appealing to the government, to those concerned, to reverse their decision. It's not bad for someone to rule guiltless, but when you made a statement, especially like the then African leader of Tanzania, Kambarage Julius Nyerere, if he made a statement and he realized that his statement is wrong, he come back to the public and apologize. What is wrong with our decision makers? What is wrong with the leadership of this country? It's so sad if Gambia will trade on this limelight. Gambia is out of production. This is the only company and the best beverage production in the whole of West Africa. We knew that tax is one way that government earns their revenue. But the way and the manner in which they levy this tax on Banjul Breweries is unsupportive. It's unbearable. It's as if, we're just doing everything for the government. And this is a solely private company. The government knows it. They used to have shares here, 10%, and they sold it. Why did they sell it? They sold those shares. Now they sold the shares, and instead they are coming back to close the company. Indirectly. And when it comes to the religious aspect of things, no religion supports alcohol. No religion supports alcohol, be it Muslims, be it Christian. Now, but the thing is, the culture of the people on the ground must be observed. I am a Manjago, and our culture accepts alcohol. We recognize alcohol in times of sorrow, in times of joy, in times of pain and everything. It can't just be a thing that, you have to root, despite the fact we are a minority. But we need to be protected, okay? And that, someone somewhere must reverse and think. Go back to the basis of the theories of economics and accounting. It's just very sad, madam. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much.
Our the people in the way you tax bi ñuy wañi seeni ay staff naka la lolu mel ci yow
man léegi right now man maa ngi koy am da ngaa gis ne tax bi better président Barrow mu jéem a consider staff si fi nekk consider Gambian mu jéem a try talk with his cabinet ministers with the finance and trade ministers ñu toog ñu discuss because doo eegu suba rek nga ne yokk naa 75% out of 10%, which means 65% with all taxes involved. So leave ñu ngi negotiate ak ñoom since January we negotiate. So benn tey mënuñoo wax dara. Which means ne kon suñu compagnie bi tamit demee toog ba decide ne mënuñoo fay enough staff. Dañoo am pour reduce staff. Te ñu bari dañoo dem toog ku liggéey amuloo dara loo def di nga sàcca su nekkee jigéen amuloo ku la may amuloo ku la jox di nga dem cagat. So it's better mu try di ma consider ne Gambia ñoo fi nekk te ay youth ñoo fi nekk am na ñoo xam ne ñu ngi fi more than 45 years ñu ngi fi ñu ngi liggéey fii compagnie bi almost am na 52 years xam nga loolu yëpp nga bëgg a eewu suba rek benn bés rek nga ne yokk naa tax loolu mu fi am fenn so it's better mu try daal seet naka la moo def if not compagnie bi dina tëj doo Gambia ga tëj nañ nit ñi fii luñ ko that much waaye Banjul Breweries the company like Banjul Breweries su waree shut down today dina affect lu bari dina affect Gambian si wholesalers si seen bopp distributeurs yi shopkeepers yi retailers yi ñëpp la moo affect da ngaa gis ne dañuy am ay retailers yoo xam ne sax dañuy am couleur street si di jaay ñooñu tam daf leen a affect si bij baas yi ñooñu ñëpp daf leen a affect parce que stories yi dañoo dem si bij comme ça si foofu la ñoo dépendre ñoom tamit ku nekk la laal daal lii laalut nekkul ne employé sax Banjul Breweries sax daal
ñim problème on ti concerne mi alon ko aintel be mal telen na balu be ki jam for 25 years ko do ko la jam yalla la mi be yalla ko long time la ki jam jugo bo kan almost 40 something years anen ni masa ko da problème so so this yalla muy na tay so ajos ay mbatan di bakal do ha production no jindi bakal sa tatal for almost profit bu kam make wala almost for profit bu kam make e mol tala last month nga mol tala la we are at the trade ko be mol tala la ko so intel ki jofara bakal ngelen na balwo be ki janne ndi mbata janne so there is no other way ndel be min ke lol ma government engegle ba ifanal be la pol kan bari ibe min kan ndel fi aslotan fel because at least sai ndel la pol dal abal falta nin daran sida nan balwo be ki janne e mol sin da ko la problem ba so ngina na wulta pour ka na kalo kam faytan di masa kundal anala mol be nakado fay yen pour nga jeko ma balwo tendo sodno ni na dimbar so mo bi jang musfula ci yollo muskilin moti jam yalon ko dillul tabu niyo be sindi jantido avec le big problem mol so wala nan la rajang ngal kumandi prale na nga masa kunda enje ay ma koy ay taso tala taso e mbarandi bakel mol bebe sila na ma tala donc e bay be la processus tan on do bari ni ma tala donc one time molo prolonge la e be sin la ni be sin de jamati bolo mol on banko la ma ti bol so o dal bi indi case ngina mon de la ko moti ngal ko mandi wala yaram baro na la masa kunda de kato fa mo be lafdal wasilang ko jofartal asi jibere kenya ko wala anna tane ba kata kan fana nyante tar yalla yakat because man ñu mëno ñu manké del dal o wasit man men no so ni ko decide mi alon ko o ma arrange it's a problem ni di sonota o di sono mo tari bok malo ko rek so jando te man tele min so wala mun na masa kunda pour ça a confront nga diamo ay ma koy ya sana takso tala mo sila banda la
Kami dem stoki ba bulbulo me pomi boydo ne ulo ida o tumayre me do tini so liga ko dollar haaki patem yes nem gor ro idira be ay joni company so ga wona ko mi la mu yo be dasno e masa boko jida ko yimbe do ko buri ñep buri yimbe tebe didi do mu jida do fu jogi responsibility wodu ko gokkuda galle bida farme arata ko buri ko dabora hunde ko buri yafta to galle no sa ari joni be bima joni ko sogama ko tampara wona la mu go be dasno ko e batte ko decision mo be mbari sai be bedi taxi o kombe ngandi ko no mina dum mo na ko kisagi hambe le nyaago be yo usta be taxi o dige o wa ko do jida ro joni wodi be ngana sa hambe yimbe sapo en gera e ko ngita sai be ngita non ko taxi la mu go company ro be meda mijo wona na farmi usta yimbe sai be mbari dum do ko taxi o si jeri no ma wonde ma joni ko jeeta ko hawti ma ay dara ala hen fer il faut kuita yimbe mabe kuita expenditure mabe dum dagi bido staff jono ko heddi ko non kala mo jida ko mo huli goto ko mo wawi wide ko min wonata jango goto ko mo wawi wide ko min wonata jango so e dum non ko dum wande ko min darani do ko pour min kollintina on woni tan ko laamu ko woni ko hedo minen dal min jida dum min jidi yo be ballu men be balla min be balla famille amin famille fo me jogi famille be balla min do ifta taxo wuji taxo no do mi nyaaji be balla
before waiting ma tiri ko wala number manjati tuone na ting tu mun tari parce que on a chiti ko len ma to koti on a chiti nord ma chiti nord tiwe parce que taxe de mer ruli ba je na pafun taxe wood so legi dans la chiti ki me bu lebu wanu taja du ba kapti so yo ruku su banyan abor pici koy me ko reti so wadi chiti pinya ambition ba bukul bu welan taxe ni ñay mere ko to awon ki nyambo ko ci bu ko wela bu karoti ko ne ko char parce que ko ya ci me a ci oversee company te bu private ko ke jibanan ko mun bu ko bala ba ko yihali barek ko sedi ka ko 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 ke pal den a ci uperte ko de bi alors na ci tibi kim nek bu ci famille so legi ci wonde petru ulem bunni won karo ka jam tum tun kana to balo ci nek bu kaatu lo no len ci tuiti ti ba tef na to ti ngwadu min nek na fati len wala ci bi ñam ci dul adama baro na jam sanu te non lut won ka pour mo bo ko de ni jël min nek ni kaado no ñam mbara ni ci ko mo
yeah Mr. We are paying direct tax. Direct tax is different from indirect tax. We are paying correct taxes to the government. If you see our product, we are producing 4.7 volume by volume. But now, if you see the country, I'm not against any individual, any investor in the country. I'm not against any investor in the country. If you see the other product, we have 40% alcohol by volume compared to us 4.7%. That is 10 times. That is destroying our youth, destroying our incoming generation. That is not good for the country. It's not that I'm against any other investor. We are not making anything out of this. We are just appealing to the government to see our plight. Banjul has been existing for nearly 40 years. 40 years of existence. It's not 40 days of existence. We are not against the government. We all know that we should pay tax because Gambia is a tax-based economy. We depend on tax. Our agriculture is not that strong enough like other countries. We accept that. We want the national development plan to continue. We are not against anything, but from 10 to 75% is very steep. It's very steep. So we are appealing to the government to reduce the tax, even from 10 to 20%. Because if you say 10 to 20%, it means even that is 100% increment. If you check the calculation, it's 100% increment. So the government should see our plight. The government should see our plight. The government should see our plight. Just recently, Mr. Castell, he have about 28 breweries in Africa here. Just recently he closed the brewery in Niger, and it's coming here. It's coming here. These people, when they make their decision, it's final. When they make their decision, it's final. We are not forcing the government to reduce tax instantly, but it should be quick. The reverse of tax should be quick. The moment it is slow, we'll have a problem. We know the type of person we are dealing with, because they don't know our culture here. They don't know what is going on in the country. So they just recently closed a brewery in Niger. So we are appealing to Mr. President Adam Barrow to see our plight. Please see our plight. Please see our plight. We are your children. We are your children. Please see our plight. Please see our plight, Mr. President.
Asabare way aji ker ni la kati Gambia compagnie na ju 1977 mante pep na kapati ja le ngira dumbe nja sanke da ja kunyi la kumba tu dere ribaji dere chame school ele par rinori pinchi di baji mi jikera ngar carte yimbe tan sen baro mati mbe angole arongenam ile de wore jo faju taxe yana atiblo nya arembe no ngolen ti teb taxe ejejo 10% ja nala magnite monte be 75% imu serti jamyor mo fawme imu serti jayo dunia at least awale nja taxe mana kanen 20% tikema kunyela kadi Gambia kami buro ke dere man ko nyar ka balinde ko campagne signaayi dikuti kulini tikeba ngolen jow bar ja tano nya ko ko bu ngene bude Barrow way adu kara way atilmu kula moledi atilmu kula moledi o woni jiki mi jaar prena jata am mana jo manone Barrow ona bibi masa kunde ene yore te buro ke e famane e kanoni u famane lebi une re ngona no jow compagnie tayenya akiyo mi ananu manje pour le kanunu me mana jar majume de Gambia ba tagya tananya wana parenya e kulu ye kebna parenya mana jo u jobe nayja compagnie ki yeba yanu manje yo ba couleur yo ban o akiyo e couleur yo nana couleur ko nyira kadi Gambia ko ra torandie ko nyira kadi Gambia ko na torandie wolo yoro nya ela e Barrow ma jikiroli ayam fodi mana a kula ko ma sekunde ela taxi tananyi tayoni mana ngolen awele nu be tenta tananyo nu gaga kala couleur ngolo jawta yanyi jawtu pour ka tout kok man kula ko e batuwa taxi maneja koku deru sabar way ajo manala ko banko ngolen ku micri manage be yoledi banko ngolen ku taxé te ko rem ku neyo bammo fa ngolo mu jo fuju nanono e joni nyame continuer netu ngolen u tipeur sabar way Barrow aji ker bi mayana yemi belum pour ma fa de bay be kay
in Gambia. So taking the tax from 10% to 75% is not good. So we know government rely on tax, but they have to consider we the Gambians too, because we voted for Barrow. So I think the government have to make a consideration to us, because many people are working in Banjul Breweries and they are with their own family. So if the company want to shut down at this time, it's not favorable for the Gambian people. And if you check Banjul Breweries right at this moment, what they're earning is only the profit. So if the government also want to consider on that profit, so where is the company headed? So the only thing we are not making a strike, because we are not current with anything. We just here to talk to Barrow, talk to the Gambian government, to give a consideration. Our coming here is just to make a consideration, but not for other type of a strike. So if the government can consider Banjul Breweries, it will be very good for the Gambian people. This is what I have. Something.
No beginner is beneficiary. In the sense of now, how many
negative impact on the staff of Banjul Breweries, because the first batch
so how many staff
have 10 parking sitting rooms, the second batch are
how
home.
many staff
So we don't know who will be next. This is why we come out today to send this message to the president that they should consider Banjul Breweries. Banjul Breweries have been operating on the sources of this smiling coast of ours for 40 good years, producing best products. Okay? And we also provide direct and indirect employment. Right? We have staff here, and then we employ wholesalers. Wholesalers also employ staff to be distributing our product to retail outlets. Right? And end consumers are buying from the retail outlets. Right? Banjul is what we are contributing to the economy of this country. It's overwhelming. So government cannot just target us and then send us out of the business. This government is ours. We are all supporting the government. We are the people who put the government there. We believe the government, they will, in fact, motivate people, motivate investors to come and then invest in this country. But if they are targeting the existing companies, providing employment to the citizens of this country, then new investors will not come in. Government should know that. We are not against the government, but simply we are telling them They are threatening our job. They are threatening our jobs. So they should act fast and revise this excise tax from 10% to 75%. It's illogical. Excluding the VAT. If you put the VAT, it will be 90%. This group is a powerful group. They have 28 breweries in Africa alone. And then last week, Friday, the company in Niger has been closed because of they are not making profit. And Banjul Breweries every year will be given target that we should meet in a year. That target, 75% of it is made in 5 months. That's January, February, March, April, and May. The tourism season. All right? So the half of it, we will struggle to meet it. And every year we do meet our target. Though it's the smallest company in the group, but we are very important because we always meet our target. But this year we are struggling. This year we are struggling. We are underperforming. We are not meeting our target. Right? So if the trend continues like this, come end of the year, we will be uploading our losses. And that sales target also is very important for the staff. If we meet our target, the staff are given motivation in the form of commission or bonus, we call it. That bonus is at times the salary of other organizations or other government department. But at times we do have 3,000 plus as our bonus. But this year we don't have bonus. We are only paid on basic salary, which is not helping. So government, they should reconsider and revise the tax as soon as possible. Okay, Banjul Breweries, Banjul jam la folo de afunyami. Compagnie la mi anu ko meta ni banko ka. Mo jama la be dokko la ni compagnie kono. Ke la dimbal balu. And again, amanda mi be dokko la kono do. Dol be bantala min ya lon ko. Min kana jay kana protocol san kata ka ganyan sate kono ka wat. Wol fana ka gambe dol de ta dokko la. E ka dokko ke. Say hotel auto fana ya jibe Banjul Breweries aka contribute back ka hotel industry ni ka samba nyata but say ni nata ni company close. It's like wo wholesale be close la la staff will be silale hotel ol fana be affect la economy ka dumat anu bring tan wakati fa Masakunda ma jigile ko Masakunda ni investor be encourage la lena invest in this country bajala banku diwolo seddo ko soduno banku diwolo sefanno mola balote ta mo bulo ya ja ni mola balote mo bulo xam nga wori ko tan ba ni mola sirin soko ne man e bardo ko sodo wala criminality kana wala ko molbe wulle be suñarol kala molbe wulle be mol attaque la be dafa gis le because do kula ka min sodo ta bu ko sodo andi fa ñantolam pour ko sodo so what should know nyadile government investor encourage yana jang ye company law company la mota do kula banku de be do go soto banku eta nyato momo do kula je ka tax we do sa ni close we tax we do no nyadi wala de la ko aba
Abdoulaye Ndong lo ñu mëna wax
kay ñu wara wax ñepp wax ñu gaay ñu ngi def ñu ko suñu problème mo ñu ay so xolé fi ñaka staff ko nekk fi liggéey so ni la mo démé dafa ko good people in benefit of the and support some family uniform. So right now they're doing the 125 staff so ñu nekk fi légui so gisé ñu gëna fi dem bu gal won suñu détail ci government bu consider ñu because of so gisé doomi romi ñu gëna ci di xamna youth are working in Banjul so we are appealing to the government and to use all the same tax
naka la ay mën a try pour dimbale ñu wàññi tax because all the citizens we have right only is not a demonstration we are appealing to the government ñu dimbale ñu pour ñu dimbale ñu gërëm ñu ci wàññi seen tax bi because of the citizen of this country so demandé nga xool tamit lii is not affecting only Banjul tourists dafa affect outside da nga gis ne fii ñu am ne fii policiers lay ñëw fii distributeurs yi ñëw fii hotel side mu fa because fii su close léegi affect the whole Gambia not ñu nekk fi di liggéey so ñu lu ñoo wax rek government bi moo try ñu wàññi seen tax bi pour nit yi mën a liggéey because liggéey bi su amul dëkk bi dafa dee créer problème boo xam ne dafa ñaaw su ñëw so Adama Barrow dañ ko sandil carte pour ñu dimbale waa réew mi nekkul ne dañ ko sandi carte pour mu sonal nit yi that is not intention pour loolu la pour ñu sandi ko carte loolu la mu gëstu doomi réew mi dem réew suñ jooyee mu ñu war a dimbale mu famba suñ rongoñ ba léegi how many people are here apart from ci suñ génnee fii ñëpp dañoo ñibbi si kër gi dem toog liggéey fii léegi right now liggéey nekku fii ñu yëpp suñ waxee fii ba pare suñ doxee fii from this gathering everybody is going back to home so loolu is affecting everybody so ñu yëpp you know we are responsible persons ak suñ njaboot yi su weer koor lañ nekk ni yow how can you expect ne yaa ngi jàngi or ay dem di toog si kër gi amuloo lu nga war a dundal ak sa njaboot so lu ma ñaan le président mu xool suñ métaay bi mu xool suñ coono bi pour ñu gis seen tax bi because tax bi moom ñun it's not that we are not paying tax but dañ bëgg pour ñu wàññi tax bi because of problème bu lu nekk si compagnie bi so man lii laa wax maa ngi gërëm suma liggéeykat yi maa ngi gërëm seen TV
Assalamualaikum. Okay, I'm talking on behalf of Breweries, because I serve this company, I can say now almost 6 years, 5. So, but the majority workers of this company is the youth, the highest. Yeah. So, but I'm speaking on behalf of, Breweries, the name of the youth. I'm talking to Barrow that, let him know that this company is a heavy company. And this company, since I start working in this company, the way they normally do their things, I'm very happy about it. And if you check Gambia, the biggest company in this country is Breweries. Gambia, we don't have a lot of companies. And if you see we change the government, to bring new government, we call it has democracy, we need work. And when this company is stopped, it is going to affect many Gambians. Look at the ground. Youths are higher than the old people. So then, for that being the case, they should reduce the tax. Fine. If you see, everybody was complaining about the tax. Breweries belongs to everyone, especially Gambians. Some judge it like maybe it's an alcohol factory. Christians people are the highest working in Breweries. I say no to that. Muslims are the majorities because I am a sales driver in the field. If you check even the Ramadan, sometimes our sales normally dull because the highest drinkers are the Muslims. So for that being the case, when this company is closed, it is going to affect a lot of people in this country. And still now, people are talking different as the workers, outsiders. Especially me, I went to Basel last week. People are calling me, your company was locked because of the tax was high. And they are saying that should not be done. Because of 40 to 45% to 50%, that's too much. So I'm talking, 10%. Okay, 75 to 10%. So it's too high. So I'm speaking on behalf of all Gambian people. Barrow, you should have to check, this matter so that Banjul should be uplift the way they want it. When these companies are closed, it is going to affect all the Gambians, not only industries. Yes, because you cannot live without happiness. And Banjul Police, we all know, is a happiness place. However, anybody come inside of here, the customers, the artists, they all promote our companies because we build participation of a lot of things. Yes, so that is my question to say. Fine. Then the Biamo change the man because Nkamufo, Biamo Mandia. Yeah, wala you know company mun kera Banjul Breweries bi. Yeah, na do boy tang safu sai sanji wara wala yo sile. So one company ni company kenaba and then mo mbe do wala jang asiata mo kebe sabati. But you know, ni ajibe baga funding kello mo multi milliard ko asiata ni company do. So di ni company soronda e bajala la ko adu mo jamala affect la and then government mo be employ no la. So for that being the case, Barrow nyanta trial I tax ni jibe baake before a week. Nga do ko muru no anyama lafta la nyami. So nte wala so don be mo fa.
But today we wake up with this news. Some of your staff are outside saying that they're not striking, but they're just throwing their voice on the matter. What can you tell us? What happened? Let us hear from the horse's mouth.
Well, as I said, this is not my soul, actually. It's not about management, this is about the staff. I think they decided that they don't work today for the fact that their jobs are insecure and that they are trying to appeal to management to consider their plight and that management to work hard with government to resolve this issue. I think that's what motivated them because something happened within the group. One of our sister companies in Niger is closed and this has sent a shockwave across the group. The trend there and here are different. That is closed because of non-profitability. So they also felt insecure in the event this issue with the government continues. They are really worried. I think that's one. So that's why they want to address with the press to take their concern and for us management to understand and not to lay them off and not to also shut down the company because if it happens, they will go home. So this is why they decided to stand outside to talk to the media and also to appeal to our government through the National Assembly to understand them so that this in place or not in place, this issue of tax can be quickly resolved to save them from being laid off. This is all.
Is it true that they already sacked 18 people? According to some of them in the interview, they said almost 18 people have been dropped. Is that true? Yes, that's
definitely true. In fact, last week we were supposed to lay off 25. So I think that news is what that makes scary because management team have been consulted for it to look at this area and see the number to be reduced. But then we are saying as long as we are engaged in the government and the government has given us that understanding, is good that we drop that idea, you know, and then continue to engage government as partners in development so that the matter can be resolved. So I don't think there will be any layoff because the negotiation with the government is at an advanced stage and we are hopeful that the matter is being looked at this very moment and we're hopeful that the matter will be resolved. But you know our staff, when something happens somewhere and they hear it and they believe that the trend is not good, so because of that they also felt that the matter should be made known to management, appeal to management and also our government and the parliamentarians to consider the situation on the ground. But management side, we are hopeful that the dialogue that has started with the government is in progress and we are hopeful that the matter will be resolved sooner rather than later. We are hopeful of that because movements have been made and then the understandings, there is a clear understanding and the window of opportunity for us to resolve this.
So will these 18 people come back?
Well, we are hopeful if the matter, because we do not want to lay off anybody. They are scared and I think that's why they are appealing. You know, of course, if a staff is scared of losing his job, most of them are family owners. They have families to take care of. They have children to pay for their school fees and so on and so forth. And they are part of this company. So if they hear a sister company is closed because of non-profitability, so they try to put things together, whether if the 75% is hindering our business, whether we may also not run into that kind of situation where shareholders will just say, okay, shut down. We hope that will not happen. As I said, we are hopeful with the pace we are engaging the government. We hope that will soon be resolved.
Mr. Dabo, you're quite positive, and I think I will say that. But then one thing I want to know, is it true that the Gambian government just laid the tax from 10% to 75% from what we have been hearing?
Yes, that's a reality. That's a reality.
How did this came about?
Well, I think as a government, Gambia is a tax-based economy. So as a government, they felt they should be able to maximize their tax collection. And they look at various areas where to impose tax on. And obviously, as a company, we've been hit with that. So we are not saying do not increase tax. We cannot challenge them. They are the authorities, they are the policymakers. We are a company, and we always absorb whatever government gives us. But then something also that will derail the development and the progress of the company. When we see it, we communicate. Previously, maybe we were not being taken seriously, but as the trend develops, because we were definitely losing sales. The sales were dropping day by day. It's not something that can keep this company safe. So this is the situation. And yes, they move it from 10% to 75%, and definitely it is too high, because it is nowhere in the sub-region where a country has moved from 10% to 75%. It's only in the Gambia. But we're hopeful that the engagement have been made and that people began to understand the degree of the situation and how it is impacting negatively on us, not only on us, but businesses that are dependent on here, including tourism. So it may have an adverse effect on our tourism and our businesses. It's definitely hard.
So who do you think should be blamed on this matter? Because I think before government laid it tax high, they should come to Breweries and ask, to determine what kind of percentage they would increase.
Yes, obviously, as partners, I will not want to point fingers here and there. I know our mission said to be a good corporate citizen to government, stakeholders and employees, and we always remain steadfast on that mission, because I think that's kept us here for almost 41 years. So it's a policy, and when policy are implemented or drawn up, it has to be implemented. So the people or companies that are affected will always make their voice heard, so that the true picture, when realized, government could obviously or actually see it and then address it themselves. And I'm quite sure the way it was done, obviously, yes, we are not consulted as a company. That does not necessarily mean they should not apply their policy. They can apply their policy, but policy also needs to be scrutinized to look at both the pros and cons. We wish to do this. What will be the results? Will it have a negative impact on the growth of the company or not? You see, but we were not consulted. But nonetheless, we decided to engage them so that we made them to understand that the measure is too harsh and it's really going to affect our development. And in the event nothing changes, we will have to apply social measure, and that is to reduce the number of staff. That made us to reduce, laid off 18 people. So having this staff out, they are worried because they thought an address has been sent to all managers to look into how to trim or lay off another batch of staff. But we hope that will not happen, because engagement with government, as I said, is in high gear, and we are hopeful that it will be resolved sooner than later.
Your staff is saying they're not doing any strike, but rather they're sending a message to the president. If you were also to send a message to the president, because what affects your staff, I believe, also affects you. So what message will you send to the president, especially the Gambian government?
It may not be necessarily sending a message to the president, because I'm not a protocol officer. I'm not the liaison officer between the company and the government. But actually, this is a concern, and then we are all looking for development. And Banjul Breweries is a flagship for foreign direct investment. And we as a nation wish to encourage people to come in and spend their money and then open up factories so that our youths are employed. So when we have such a company that has been operating both good time and bad times, and employing Gambians directly and indirectly, I think my advice would be to make sure we keep, as a government, keep that company running, and then as an attraction to other companies for investors. So it would be prudent that we maintain that company running, and then we continue to have what we are getting from them, and then there will be sizable in the increment we want to impose, because 75 is actually high. So if they can slightly come down, I think that will help to sustain the development, sustain the company, and also the group will be able to keep this company running in the Gambia, so that it can continue to provide what is best at doing, that is to provide the Gambian people with affordable drinks, because we do not want to produce drinks that are not affordable to our population. We always want to maintain minimum prices, and that's why, especially our soft drink, don't see any product that is above $20, all are below that. And this is the way we want to continue. So my advice would be for them to understand that Banjul is a household name in the Gambia that has created a lot of jobs and continue to create jobs, and therefore it will be important they keep the entity running for the benefit of the Gambian people, especially the youth, and also as a flagship of foreign direct investment, that many people will always come and find out how we are able to sustain our growth in the Gambia, for how long we have been here. They wonder, a company of this nature being here for 40 years, so it's an example to many people. And then to have it shut down may not be very good for any of us, either the company, neither the government, or the people. So my advice would be for them to help to ease the situation on Banjul Breweries Limited and keep the company and encourage it and support it. And I'm quite sure when that is done, the owners of this company, they are good people, and they always like to go with the government of the Gambia. And that's why for many years, without making profit, they decided to continue being in the Gambia. So for them to intensify their activities and put apply in more investment for this company to move forward, they will definitely do that. So I advise them to work hand in hand with the company so that it can be maintained in the country, and then that will give more opportunity for more job creation, more businesses coming up.
So how do you guys determine the 18 that were dropped along the way? How do you determine that?
Well, normally in any situation, you always look at first in, first out. Those that come in first and the one that come in last. Obviously, if you have to, because the labor action there, you don't just jump and then just lay off people like that. Mm-hmm. You have to look at the way they come in and so on. You see, and then based on that, you lay them off. Okay. Yeah.
So, what message do you have for your staff right now?
Well, the message I would have for them is to encourage them, and, because this is the company they know. They've been working year in, year out, day in, day out. And I know there are a lot of sacrifices. They've been sacrificing. They've been doing a lot. So they need to keep with the space and continue. Management is engaging government, and for them to understand that, and then believe in management, stand, and then believe in the government, and especially our parliament, that the matter will be resolved. So we encourage them to remain as who they are, and then respect the company, respect management, and then work in tandem with management so that our hopes can be realized. But that's the only way. We cannot work in isolation. In as much as they need management, so also management need them. They are part of us. Without them, much of the work done here cannot, like you see today, because they are sitting outside, worried about what is going to happen, because the managing director is in Dakar on a budget review. So they are worried what he may come with. But I personally, on behalf of management, would encourage them to remain steadfast and believe in the cause that hopefully our government is responsible. So it's a responsible government, and I believe they would adhere to their request or their appeal to continue with the engagement with the company so that this matter is resolved. So let them remain calm. And quite honestly, I'm hopeful that things will resolve. If we had not been engaging government, then it would have been a different thing. But the fact that management engaged government and that process is in advanced stage. And as I said, there is a big window of opportunity that sooner rather than later the matter will be resolved and we will put back smiles on their faces as we always do. I'm giving them that encouragement that management will make them smile and not to make them cry.
Thank you. Omar? Conte. Depuis kañ nga start liggéey bi?
October 18, 1989.
1989. Wow. So ñu am sa ay morom yoo xam ne dañ leen daaxal ci liggéey bi. Loolu naka la
léegi fii bépp kon mun ñu am kër ñu dàqalam rek affaire yi tàkk
waaw oncle mën ngaa taxawee ni su ko defee ñu mën laa am baax na
ngeen wax waa ji ñu dimbali ñu si loolu dimbali ñu wàññi ñu tàkk fi ñu tegee fii ñun danañ sonn waaye hôtel fii tam danañ sonn Banjul ba Sénégal yëpp fii la ñuy dugg ñu bàyyi ko kaw Gambien bi bëri ñu ne dund fi appartir loolu laa amoon ci
waaw soo tey jamono ji nga xam ne nekk la ñu liggéey fii dañ daan jóge rek yaa ngi koy ak ay nit
waaw dafa tey waaye du mun a feeñ léegi nii ñu ne tey affaire yi teg buñ ko tegee ñoo gën a teg su ñu nee teg moo gën a jege pour ñu continuer liggéey tey bi ñu waxee ba pare dañoo dem nii te léegi tam noonu
seen ay boot maa ngi leen tëral ci
waaw ñu ngi tëral ndax
soo doon wax ak président Adama Barrow loo koy wax
mu dimbali ñu wàññi ñu teg parce que daal moom mooy suñu problème liggéey tam lu nekk bëggoon na sax réew dem kanam bii nag suñ ko génnee réew bi du mën a dem kanam parce que bu wàññeeku réew bi du mën a dem kanam pour ñu yëpp dañoo toog suñ toogee suñ njaboot bi xam ne noonu nguur gi duñ mën a jox ñëpp liggéey ñu duñ ko foog ñu dem seet yeneen compagnie te compagnie yi ñu seet
wasalaam jërëjëf Bakary Bojang nga ne noo gisee mbir mi
comme da la ko fekkee nii rek noonu la fi taajoo because of affaire taxe bi moo tax liggéey bi fii mu ngi door because of taxe bi mu ngi disturb because of xam nga lu ñu daan taxe ak léegi dafa different because taxe bi dañ ko add about 17% so 75% so loolu dafa disturb compagnie bi da tax na compagnie bi suñu waree def loolu suñu waree nangu loolu ñu mun a fay seen liggéeykat yi ñun yëpp so loolu moo nekk problème bi loolu moo tax bis ni ki tey jii nii ñu ngi strike pour at least gouvernement bi mun a wàccee seen taxe bi at least ñu mun a liggéey si loolu lañ nekk nii loolu moo tax comme dana ko gisee nii de noonu lañ fi taajoo so ñu ngi ñaan yàlla at least gouvernement bi mun a ñëw jàppale sax ñu mun a tamit xam nga dimbali suñu bopp xam nga mun a liggéey ak gars yi nice waaw
so jamono ji am na seen ñeneen collègue Sinda
man sa Sinda bokka number 1 ñun ñëpp dañu drop
yow sax
waaw ñun ñëpp dañu drop man mi nga gis ni right now dañ ma drop
lu tax
I'm not working because of the tax they cannot pay us so that's why they drop us even me sax man sax dañ ma drop and then we have family every day fii lañ ko yaakaaree because of fu ngay liggéey foofu nga yaakaaree xam nga fu may ñu ne xam nga ñu ne rab bi foo ko takka pour mu dunda foofu la moo dundee so ñun tamit fii lañ yaakaar pour mu dunda suñu life because of fii lañ yaakaar fii lañ dee liggéey amuñu feneen fu dul fii so suñ naree teg fii nii daf ñoo disturb ak suñu famille bi so képp koo gis fii rek mu ngi am famille man sax mi nga gis ne I have a family every day those people are asking me why you don't go to work I told them that the company want to close because of the tax so loolu moo nekk problème yi yes
so yow ak yéen ñaata nit leen drop
bëri nañ mais I cannot count but bëri nañ man ma doon liggéeyal moo daan 6 people yëpp dañ leen drop
so yow sa drop bi naka la ko gars yi sélecté ñoom ñoo toog génne la ndax naka
non dañ ma ko wax ñu ne ma ni affaire taxe bi moo tax ñu ngi wàññi nit ñi because of fay bi xam nga moo nekk problème xam nga fu ma so affaire taxe bi moo tax ñu ngi wàññi nit ñi waaw man dañ ma ko wax ñu ne ma affaire taxe bi rek moo tax ñu ngi wàññi nit ñi so ñu ne compagnie bi duñu mën a fay ñun yëpp taxe bi suñu leen teg taxe bi suñu ko waree fay government bi so da ngaa gis seen liggéeykat yi duñu leen mën a fay so loolu moo tax ñun ñu drop
so yow tey loo fay def
Today I come to visit the company because I cannot sit at home like that. So when I had madam said nakala fatajo nakala faneke. So luma mata hayo fi bon tanga.
You dahala ba pare nga ñew nga ne
I have no in fact I have to come. Xam nga. Dañ ma daxa way bu dama fi xam nga fi suma liggéey kay la every day I have to come here. Wa dama wala ñew xam nga.
ñaata years nga fi nekk?
Am na fi 1 year plus. 1 year maybe 6 months or 7 months. Légui min na fi xam nga légui suma place la fi comme suma baye fi dal yakar ma fenen suma am liggéey right now instant ni comme ma start continue liggéey. So dama yakar fi mo dama day ñew fi every day pour jéma xol naka la fi tajo ndax dina mëna change ndax dina mëna ndax du change ndax nu fa nekké non la fa nekké o dina change I don't know.
So simul sa lunette bi dama bëgg nga xolante président Adama Barrow bu dé mu ngi sétane lo koy wax.
No dama stress sister dama stress mo mëna gëné sama specs dama stress mo mëna mu baaxul ak Adama Barrow sa gotak got. Yes dama stress Adama Barrow yes comme num fa tajo rek nit yi jëne nañ seen carte ñu sandi ko man sama bokk na ci ku ko sandi carte pour suñu élect xam nga pour suñu comme tay ji ni lu fi tajo ni comme tay ji ni pour mu wara wéccé so still things yi dafa melni dafa waaw do mëna understand comme dafa melni dal dama maye suma carte bi dal luma ko sandi ndëringam bi gisuma ko xam nga fu ma so Adama Barrow dal luñ am pour wax ko moy comme mu try mu jappalé ñu xam nga fu ma mu jappalé ñu comme mu jappalé doomi Gambia ni kay mu jappalé rakami ak magami ak sistami ak brothersami nga fu ma at least ñu mëna dem kanam waaw mom rek lañ yaakar because so gisé ñu ko sandi pour mu tok pour mu jappalé ñu té dañ ko yaakar mo tax ñu sandi ko carte so dañ bëgg at least mu xam lu nekk di daw right now julbu comme like xam nga tax bi dafa disturb julbu be tax na ñu ngi wañu seen liggéey kat alright
so yene ñi nga xamne yeen leen daha nekku leen di tok yene leen di waxtaan lan nga na def ak yoy
ñun kay ñu daha kay ñun lu ñoo tok dañ da tok ñu waxtaan ñu da tok ñu waxtaan ñu dañ day wax ni nekkul julbu kesse mën nga am feneen liggéey ñu ne yalla mo day dogal lu nekk xam nga ko so man number one personality man lolou neexut ma because ñu ma daha ñu ma toglo suma kër ma ngi am family so and those people they depend on me so it's fucked up man lo xamanteni daf ma disturb dal xam nga neexut ma dal so favored ma sa in the number one favored ma in my life because I have family favored ma because suma toge kër amul jëri toga kër amul jëri so lo motax bis ni ki tay sa mënuma tok kër bis ni ki tay sa dañu wax ni kenn ñu fi ñëw so way ñun fi la ñu liggéey du mëna mu motax ma ñëw fi tay ma check lan mo fi happen so ñëw na fekk ni interview mo fi nekk waaw comme leen internet di interview so la am pour wax comme Adama Barrow ak ñu topa ci Adama Barrow ak ñu nekk ci boram bi ak ñepp dal ñoo xamanteni ñu ngi liggéey ak Adama Barrow dal ñu xam dal li mo nekk di daw julbu comme ñu mëna ñoo jappalé at least ñun tam ñu mëna liggéey comme government lu mo liggéey because deug la compagnie bi private company la wante tamit lu mo develop deka bi is more than government bi so lu mo develop deka bi yes compagnie bi private company la way lu mo develop deka bi is more than government bi lu mo defal deka bi so loolu la gaay wara set ñu xam ci bu baax comme like compagnie bi dafa jappalé deka bi dafa am taxaway ci biir deka bi su naré daanu su naré stop tej rek am nga fuma dafa di stop deka bi ñu bari because of more than 100 people more than 200 people ñu ngay liggéey fi man mi sa ci la bokk ñu ngay liggéey fi so right now I'm not working here because of the tax they tell us to go and sit down and wait to xam nga ñu xam naka la ñoo def so ñun su loolu lañ nekk ni man right now dama ñëw visit xam lu fi yow ma ñëw fekk interview am lu la ma interview
so try ngeen ko engage seen boss bi nga xam ne moo nekk fii ci company
yes ñu ngay try ñu engage ñu ngay try xam nga ñun moom man suma maas man maybe last year laa fi ñëw comme 1 year some months laa fi am man ñun xam nga ñun moom ñun si ginnaaw lañ nekk ñu ngi toppa suñu mag yi xam nga fu ma ñun moom si ginnaaw lañ nekk am na ñoo xam ne ñoo ma ëpp fii place ñu ngi leen toogloo so ñoom tamit ñun ñoonu la ñoo nekk di déggoo because ñun dañ leen fi fekka te ñooñu ay staff lañ ñu ngi liggéey fii man du ma staff man casual la man am not staff am casual yes so maa ngi bëgg ñu staff ma léegi naa fi léegi maa ngi bëgg ñu staff ma ñu ngi ma war a stop so kañ lañ ma staff suñ ma tooglee kañ laay liggéey bañ ma staff so loolu mooy nekk problème bi so dañ bëgg a xam dañ bëgg a government bi daal képp ku nekk ku liggéey si government bi daal mu xam li moo nekk di xew jul bu ñu jàppale ñu at least ñu mën a dem kanam ñu mën a dimbale loolu la am pour wax government bi all right thank you very much my name is Aboubacar Bojang